Hi guys, so I've finally gotten around to getting a video done on my new simulator. I've paired up with FPZERO to finally get a sim in the comfort of my own home, which means I can lap endlessly in the comfort of my pyjamas. But we're going to go through a little bit of the sim, the company as well, because they guys have been absolutely awesome, and also how it's going to help me in this season. So let's take a look. FPZERO simulators have been actively involved in racing industry for 18 years and partnered with some of the best racing team and industry leading businesses. They have designed the professional grade racing simulators with immersive racing and designed with you in mind, trusted with the pros. So let's hop on. We are just going to go on to Assetto Corsa. So that's the system I'm using at the moment. We're just getting to grips with the sim because I'm not as good on a sim as I am in real life. I'm still getting used to the whole concept that you can't feel everything through your butt. So getting used to Assetto Corsa, getting used to how a sim handles, which we're getting there. And then I'm going to introduce iRacing. So I'm still getting my head around it all. It's still quite new to me. But the system is really flawless. It's all been custom built. And FPZERO are just an awesome company that have been every step of the way really helpful. James, the owner, has been fantastic. If I've ever had any queries, he is right on the other end of the phone. So let's do some laps. So there's so many to choose from. So let's find Donington. Oh, we've just gone past it. No, we haven't. So we are going to be on the national circuit. There we go. And again with cars, there is so many cars to choose from. If we click all, you've got such a range. And our personal favourite at the moment to play around with is the F1 cars. They're just something out of this world. So let's go with a Mini. We'll go with the John Cooper Works spec just to see what it's like. Again, we'll click Donington just to make sure. There we go. With FPZERO as well, if there's any cars or tracks that aren't on there initially that you want, get in touch with those guys because they'll be able to sort you out. So next up, start. For me, I've got Donington coming up as my next race. So I'm going in a front wheel drive car to try and get as similar as I can. And just absolutely doing as many laps as possible, trying to get my endurance up, trying to get my memory of the track up, what gear, where to be where. And I think the biggest thing I find on the sim is endurance is incredibly helpful because obviously in a race you're going for 15-20 minutes. It's not what you usually do. On a test day or track day you go out, you're kind of feeling it a little bit and you're not at your absolute limit the entire time. So going on a sim means I can do lap after lap after lap and really enhance my endurance and my concentration and build it up gradually without having to pay hundreds of thousands or whatever to get out on the track and do it there and then. So this just means I can every night hop on it 15 minutes, 20 minutes and build that up night by night. So we're going to go on to Donington. That's the next race and show you guys a little bit what it's about. We do get these awesome steering wheels, so I've gone for the F11. I just prefer it easier and you can see all the bits and pieces here. You can also get the Club Sport GT3 car. It's really nice and I just personally prefer the F11 just because I'm a little bit shorter, so trying to find the rev range through here is a little bit more difficult, but this is also a great wheel and also really good fun for drifting. It gets exciting. And here we go. It's even got a realistic pit limiter. Let's get going. This is where I be really quiet because I'm concentrating. really need to smile more when I'm driving. And when you head back to the pits, you can also do some really cool things like look at your data. It can show your fastest time against your last time, and you can look at things like braking, your acceleration, and where things are going seriously wrong, which in this case, what on earth was going on here? You've also got your gears down here as well, so you can really look at what's going on. You could get someone else to set a time, compare your times, and have a lot of fun with that as well. The nicest thing with these is if you do have a crash, you can just press reset. There's no car damage. You can really find the limits of the track limits, bits and pieces like that. You'll have your delta constantly going on, which means you can see it whether you're up or down on each lap, and where you're making time, where you're losing time, just like a real V-Box. So we are just gonna constantly lap this over the next few weeks. We've got 2 months until race day to try and get my head around so the track becomes natural, and then I'm just learning how that specific car handles around there. So that's a little bit about FPZERO, a little bit about the simulators. I think the company is absolutely fantastic. It's a really personalised touch with how it's really unique. Each sim is custom built, and all the little additional extras you can get. So this is the Club Sport. You can get the Pro 2 as well, which is a more immersive, more professional, used by the pro simulators. Sadly wouldn't fit in this room, so that's why we went with the Club Sport. But make sure you check those guys out. I'll pop all the links down below, and hopefully we'll get some more content pushed out with this as well. We're going to be with them at Goodwood, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. But yeah, I best get a little bit of practice in now, so you guys know the drill. To make my journey your journey, like, follow, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!